Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing Chucky Season 2, Episode 5, Doll on Doll. Quick thoughts before we get into a more in-depth breakdown. I did enjoy this one. It may be my favorite for the season. I think it answered a few questions for us and also raised some more questions. And it was also blended, and I really like that, having, Jennifer Tilly and the kids' storyline going on at the same time, because so far we've gone one or the other, and I've been wanting it to be more chopped up, which it was, so it was good. I think I'm sitting at probably a 9 out of 10 for this one, I think. I mean, what about you?
8 or 9.
9, yeah. Alright, so at the start, we get the reveal that the good Chucky is alive, which I did expect him to be. I predicted it, right? So he was, because it's really useful to have something like this around. Thanks everybody except for Devin. Devin's against the good Chucky doll, which I can understand where he's coming from. I'd be a little bit cautious too, but at the same time, like I said, it's he's a better weapon in your hands, right? So this fight was really funny, and he kind of he finds the equal strength to defeat the super strong Chucky by finding Jesus, I think it was, right? Because he was looking at the cross, and it gave him power to then crucify the Chucky doll, which was really funny. And this is just so crazy seeing it. Could you ever think, like, back in the previous Chucky movies, at any point in the franchise, that we'd ever see a good Chucky be good, you know? And as well as I like the little line, because he's cute at times, right? The little doll is, it's weird how, I think I said in my review last week, that something that's usually so iconically, like, scary can be, it can be kind of cute sometimes. I like the part he comes out, and he's even funny as the nice doll, but whenever he comes out and lays in Jake's arms, and he's like, how'd I do, coach? And then he passes out.
How did I do, coach?
Yeah.
You did great, good Chucky.
You did great. It's like he's drunk and tired. So that was good. And then again, Devin's like, man, can you believe this shit? Which, again, I get where he's coming from, and I do appreciate that they have that pushback there, because it would be pretty unbelievable for everybody. Like, oh, yeah. Cause I'm still, even, I would say, a little bit thinking that the good Chucky could maybe still, like, turn bad again, or maybe it's all an act, just a small percentage chance, but no, I'm more on the side of him being good. What about you?
Yeah, same. I understand why he'd be so alert, but I wouldn't be pissed or, like, tell them that they have to choose, the doll over me or whatever.
Right.
I would just say, okay, that's fine, but someone's always got to be, like, on alert. Like, someone
right.
got to be watching our backs.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we get the intro to stuffed animals. I'm not sure where that fits in, but I know you always enjoy the different intros that they do. Mm-hmm. We get a great scene here with Lexi and Nadine again. I love all of their scenes together, and this one was no different. Wherever she basically tells her, like, straight up, like, hey, if you keep doing drugs, you're gonna die, just straight up. Because she's dealt with
it. If you don't quit while you're ahead,
with
you're
her
going
mom
to die.
Before, I believe, right? And tells a really sad story there. And so, and like I said, I've said it several times, that's what Lexi needed, was a friend to confide in and sympathize, have some sympathy.
A girlfriend, too, at that.
A girlfriend.
I like that, because obviously she's friends with Jake and Devin, but they're a couple, so she's mostly third wheeling, or they're mostly fucking fighting, apparently.
They're
just fighting all the time and ignoring her, which, whatever,
right.
But, so this is nice to see.
Yes, I agree. And then we get, did you notice the, what is this? This is Glenn, right? Mm-hmm. You get Glenn in the, I thought it was kind of like a Chucky-esque shirt, but now I look at it, maybe not, but kind of got the blue and the red in there. But you see they're still struggling with having the same hive mind. I think it's a really interesting, again, character to be the transgender and have that split. I felt like Jennifer Tilly, we've talked about this in this scene, or Tiffany, whatever, felt more like the Tiffany that we knew, like, back
just
in
won $11 million.
Bride of Chucky in this scene. And it dawned on me, maybe the reason she's fell off is because she's trying to act how she thinks Jennifer Tilly would act.
Like, just exuberant, just over the top, famous actress with all this money, but also she has this pieces of her that she can't really hide, so they just clash, and it just seems kind of cringy when we watch it.
So maybe that's why she seems like she's putting on an act, because she is, you know what I mean?
She's an actress playing an actress playing an actress.
Yeah, so maybe that's why she feels weird. It kind of dawned on me in the episode. I don't know. Maybe the actress just is flubbing it up, or the writing for her is flubbing it up. But that could be it as well. Vanessa brought up two funny points, I thought. So one, she was like, okay, so we got the Chucky, all these bodies floating around too, and even the Chucky bodies. Previously,
As I know.
where did the Chucky bodies like go? Like the cleanup. I know some things you have to excuse, but like the Chucky blood and guts and stuff coming out of them, and nobody's like, what the fuck? These dolls have blood and guts in them, you know?
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
But anyway, there's something else funny she brought up. The priest seems a little bit racist. I don't think that's where they're going with it, but it is funny how he always punishes Devin for
the group's actions.
Yeah.
Like, he's always like, you and your
Clearly,
friends,
your
all
particular
y'all,
brand
it's
of
only
wickedness is
Devin
going to
getting
be
like
a firmer hand. And to be
kidnapped and
correct,
punished in these weird like slave like fuck, it's so weird, man.
like sit in this room and read the Bible. Bye, you know.
About being gay.
Yeah, it's funny, and even the black nun kind of defends him later. So it's like I don't think they mean to go racist with this, but it's kind of strange, guys. So I thought that was funny. She pointed that out. All right, and then. Let's see, not too much in the middle for this. I feel like most of the big stuff happens at the end. Again, we get, like I said, the black nun. What is her name?
out of my sight.
More development with her. I wanted to go back, now that we know what we know at the end, I want to pay attention a little bit more to the doctor's scenes and see what she's all about. But yeah, here they are, like, not wondering about any blood. I guess the blood's gone, though.
Well, I guess this was, it was a plan to get them here, because even the priest was like, this is not for them. They are dangerous. This is violent. Like, this, like, being in the church was, like, more for, like, you know, orphans who don't really have anywhere to go. He was like, we don't deal with these extremely troubled people. They need to go somewhere else. But that doctor was like, no, I still have faith that we can do something for them here. That lady that we see at the end. So she's got to be in this big master plan to have them in this setting to begin with. This is the plan, to have them here.
Yeah, and maybe she knew, she's old enough to where she probably knew Charles back whenever he was at the school.
Well, she's the one who put them there to begin with, too. So like I said, this has all got to be some kind of giant master plan that will be unveiled, and all of the dots will connect at the end, or...
Yeah, and I think this priest nun will be on the kid's side and help against that, because I don't think she's in on it, because she's defended them several times. Anyway, so this is interesting. A lot of tension here with Tiffany trying to bullshit her way through this conversation with her sister, and you're like, oh
Did
man,
you enjoy
everything's
the
gonna
party?
come unraveled here, and it does, and I really enjoyed. That tie back to Seed having her, because they said they tell you here the switch, you know, through the spell, and you get to see so they did switch. It's not like she just disappeared. Her
it's
soul.
because they were both alive. We never seen them do a successful switch. We only see moving one soul from a dying body into a doll, or vice versa, or whatever, or attempting, where he would always, you know, try to take Andy's body, but we never saw a successful switch until technically the end of Seed, and then we're seeing the repercussions of that, seeing Jennifer Tilly in the Tiffany doll.
Yep, and it's really well thought out too, like having to write checks and things like that, because
Isn't that precious?
because you know, she can in her consciousness, even though she's in the body, that's different, your signature, and they even go super meta again. I voiced Family Guy for you and all this stuff, you know, just hilarious.
Yeah, chocolate is a scene from Seed of Chucky. It's an Easter egg.
Really?
I don't know if you remember, but when Jennifer Tilly was the actress and she was filming the Chucky movie, right in the beginning of Seed of Chucky, she they're talking about how she's on a diet. She's trying to lose weight, and her assistant's like, I'm so proud of you for sticking for your diet. And she's eating that chocolate bar, and she puts it in Chucky's thing. That's why she went back into the SFX studio to see the dolls, because she left her candy bar in Chucky's overalls, and that's when she found like the decapitated head and everything. But she loves her chocolate, man. She's like me, and can't gotta break that diet.
Okay, she's great for. That's why I said she's great for the stuff, because she remembers all the.
So she was like, I do all this, and what do I ask for? Just some chocolate.
Yeah.
That would be me.
That's a good catch. I didn't know that. So this is interesting, and I brought it up too, the way the dolls, the clones act, like they just act different, like, and we kind of get a little bit of that here. So they don't understand that, at least this one, or I think they're all like that they used to be Charles Lee Ray. They only have an awareness that they were Chucky, right? And they don't know about anything whenever they were human.
Maybe it was like they only know like they only get their knowledge
He
from
split
the
his soul
moment
into
that they
all you
are
and-
in the doll.
Right.
That's why
Anything
you're
prior
alive.
to that, they don't know
Was
what's
he a
going
good
on.
Right. So I'm glad they kind of touched on that a little bit, how it's felt strange. And then we get to see a scene that was just pure silly, but it was fun, I guess, where the Chucky gets baptized. I just thought it was funny and just ridiculous.
You
and,
could be
but
my
yeah,
godfather, Jake.
Nadine in here.
And
baptizing
all his
Chucky, great
service and
character.
all his pride.
So yeah, a lot of fun there. And then let's see, more biblical stuff.
Okay, well,
Just making all the religious jokes that they can. So we get the big buff Chucky rising again after in less than 3 days is what he says, right?
Yeah, I said, and I didn't even have to wait the full 3 days.
Right, and now she may like work for him or whatever because she thinks it's genius, you know, I guess. Goodness gracious, just ridiculous, but it's all in fun, right? I like how
new
Gwen
outfit.
is just kind of waiting
Yes.
for all this to pop
In
off, but
this
she knows
house,
shit's about
we
to go bad, so
dress
she's
for
sitting back,
dinner.
sipping on her wine day, excuse me.
It managed to save.
And then, yeah, so she finds out, and then she goes and she kills her sister and has a badass reveal where she has her big line. She says, I'm Tiffany Valentine, and I'm your goddamn mother. You know, so that was
What have
pretty
you
epic.
done?
And then we get to see the Glen doll, which I guess I didn't think, I assumed whenever we saw Seed, it was like he was going to bury that fucking movie
What have you
and
done?
you know, never
She was my
deal with it
sister.
as much as deal with it as little as he could in the TV show. Don Mancini,
He's
but
really making it work well.
they're fixing it. So we see the Glen doll again, and it makes me wonder: are they going to try to put Glen and Glenda back inside of that doll? Probably. I just wonder, do we have the old voice actor who voiced that doll?
Lock you
Whoever
down
it
here
was,
to
if
start.
they
Do
would
you
be around to
understand
do that
me?
again?
About that.
I have no idea who it was, but it would be interesting to see that doll come to life again, and yeah, have them all back for sure. And then we get to the ending. Andy was alive. Nobody, I don't think, is really too surprised by that. But I am surprised that he's in this compromised situation. I expected him to be like with Kyle somewhere, you know.
He is probably, my guess is injured after a crash, and 200 Chucky dolls. If 20 of them live, they could easily get him somewhere.
Pick him up and carry him away, I guess, and put him in this house. I don't know what's going on with the Colonel, but this show originally was supposed to like connect to the backstory of Charles Lee Ray, like his childhood and teenage years and so on. So I imagine whatever's going on here with the Colonel is going to connect even further back into Charles Lee Ray's history and how he got into voodoo and that type of stuff. So yeah, interested to see what happens. Hopefully Andy can make it out. I'm sure he will. But of course he's probably going to be compromised because he's such a, I don't know, badass character that, yeah, you kind of got to always have him on ice. Otherwise, you know, the whole plot is just, it's over, you know.
I mean, he's literally got flesh missing out of his leg. I think they were like carving up his fucking thighs or something. his
Yeah,
calves.
that's what it looked like. So yeah, that's what we thought of the episode. Looking forward to the rest. Clearly really enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. If you have any theories about where all this is headed. And yeah, you got anything else to...
Yeah. I don't know how this is tying into like Chucky's real Twitter account, because I think that it has something to do with it all. Because obviously in the show we've seen versions of him like on his phone taking pictures of stuff, like documenting or something almost. But it's funny how he's been going around asking all these celebrities to be as him for Halloween, and my favorite singer from Paramore, Hayley Williams, dressed as him for Halloween and performed an entire concert in her Chucky costume. And Chucky's seen it on Twitter and also said that he didn't get the credits for the song Misery Business. So hopefully I can see Hayley Williams in any kind of small amount in this TV show, or next season. It would be great.
Fingers crossed. I could see him doing it because they had the wrestler last episode, right? So yeah, Paramore would be, I think she would be down to do that.
Even if it were just like them voicing over, like Chucky just talking about how iconic he is, and he's like, look at this fucking singer, she went as me, and like just something like that would be...
Since they're so self-aware of each other, I can see it happening at some point for sure. So yeah, she's going to go crazy over that. That'll be awesome. So alright, that's pretty much all we got. Again, let us know what you thought, and we will see you in the next one.